These are the associated boards grade 2 classical scales. The first one is D major. We're going to play this with our fingers, repeating I and M all the way through, and it's in second position. So our first note is an open D on the fourth string. Our next note with our first finger is an E at the second fret on the same string. And then we're going to have an F sharp with our third finger at the fourth fret on the same string, followed by a G with our pinky, same string, at the fifth fret. Our next note is an A on the next string, second fret with your first finger, followed by a B with your third finger on the same string at the fourth fret. We're going to have a C sharp on the second string with your first finger at the second fret, and a D, second finger at the third fret on that string. So we've got F sharps and C sharps in the key signature for this scale. So here's what it sounds like with the correct rhythm. So when you're using your fingers for all these scales, make sure you're resting your thumb on the sixth string in your right hand. The next scale is the A minor melodic scale. Now this one starts off in first position, and our starting note is A. Again, we're going to use our fingers alternating I and M in the right hand. So we've got our A note, second fret, on your third string with your second finger, followed by an open B on the second string. First finger on a C note, same string, first fret with your first finger, up to a D at the third fret. I'm using my pinky for this note. Then we're going to have an open E, then we're going to shift into second position and play an F sharp with our first finger at the second fret, followed by a G sharp with our third finger at the fourth fret, and then your pinky's going to take the A at the fifth fret. Now, in the key signature of A minor, there are no sharps and flats, but because we're playing the A minor melodic scale, we play a raised sixth and raised seventh note, which means we sharpen the F to an F sharp and the G to a G sharp on the ascending scale. Now, when we're playing the scale descending, going from the high notes to the low notes, we take out those accidental notes and revert back to the key signature. So your G sharp is going to become a G again. So once you get to that high note, the A, with your pinky at the top of the scale, we're going to take this pinky back to play a G natural at the third fret. And then your first finger is going to play a C natural at the first fret. And then we're going to have an open E. The rest of the notes carry on as normal back through the scale. We have the D, then the C, then the A, then the B, and then the A. So have a listen to this, it changes. It's slightly different on the way back down than it is on the way up. Here it is. So that's your A minor melodic. Now the D minor harmonic scale is the next one. This one has just got the raised seventh rather than the raised sixth and the raised seventh, and you play it the same in both directions, both ascending and descending. As with the D major scale, we're going to play this one in second position. So we're going to have our open D note, and then we're going to play an E at the first fret on the fourth string with your first finger, followed by an F, the third fret on the same string, up to your G, fifth fret on the same string. Then we're going to have an A, second fret on your third string with your first finger. Then we're going to have a B flat, which is the key signature for D minor, followed by a C sharp with our first finger on the second string, which is our raised seventh in this key, and the D at the third fret with your second finger. So play with the correct rhythm, it sounds like this. So all three of those scales are played with your fingers, alternating I and M, resting your thumb on that sixth string. The next scale we're going to play is the C major scale, and we're going to use our thumb for this. So while we're using our thumb, we're going to rest all our fingers on that first string. So we're going to start with a C note. We're in second position again here, so your C is at the third fret on your fifth string. Then we're going to have an open D on the fourth string. That's your only open note in this scale. Followed by the E, second fret on that same string. Then the F, third fret on that same string. Then the G with your pinky, fifth fret on that same string, followed by the A on the next string, second fret with your first finger. Then we've got the B with our third finger at the fourth fret, and our final note is the C, which is one fret higher than the B with your pinky. Now for this scale, we're going to play straight crotchets all the way through. The other ones had quavers in them. So this is what it sounds like. That's the C major scale. Now the last of the scales also uses the thumb. This is the A chromatic scale. So what we're going to do here, we're going to play all the notes starting from our low A up to the A an octave higher. We're going to play all the notes chromatically in between. So we start with our A, we have an A sharp, then a B, then a C, and then a C sharp. So we're using all the frets up to the 4th fret on that 5th string, and then we're going to do the same on the next string. We've got the open D, the D sharp, the E, the F, and the F sharp. On the next string, we're just going to go as high as the A note. So we've got the G, the G sharp, and the A. And then we do the same going back the other way again. So this one sounds like this. And those are the scales for grade 2.